2024 is just around the corner, so the question is obvious. What can we expect in the new year? Whether if it's worldwide events or our spirituality, or let's not forget about the Simpsons because they predicted a lot of things as well. So let's talk about it. Welcome to Mystery Teachings. My name is Gergő. I hope you are well. I hope you feel awesome. And if you are new to the channel, then welcome, greetings, and namaste. Or if you are a returning viewer or returning beautiful soul, then hey, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. And welcome to episode number 44, Predictions 2024. Woohoo! Super exciting topic because 2024 is just around the corner. So we have the question, obviously, what can we expect in the new year? And I'm gonna give you predictions regarding worldwide events, some spiritual predictions, the predictions of Baba Vanga, a famous Bulgarian clairvoyant who became famous for her predictions, and she predicted a lot of things. I'm gonna mention it, and we're gonna discuss a little bit the Simpsons as well, because they do the same things. They predict a lot of things. So let's begin. The first prediction for 2024 is about the split between 3D and 5D. We're talking about energies here, obviously, and some spirituality, because it's a spiritual channel. So the split between 3D and 5D will become bigger than what it is today. And I'm gonna make a video about this 3D, 5D, because there are a lot of confusion about it. But to make it short, basically 3D is a state of lower frequencies and energies, and more ego, and more selfishness, and more competition, and more who is better than the other, or and so on and so on and so on. So it's not a very, very good state. As I said, it's a low vibrational state, whereas the 5D is a much higher. Basically 5D is where you say the answer is love, and 5D is being in love, being in high frequencies, in joy, in peace, in unity, and all the good things without involving the ego. So it's more of a higher spiritual realm, if you like, and the split between the two will become bigger because there are people who struggling to let go of their ego or even kill their ego, and those who are spiritually growing and developing and evolving and learning and become better and better spiritually and understanding who they really are, they're gonna go more towards 5D or into 5D, and this split, as I said, will be bigger than it used to be. So that's the first prediction. The next prediction for 2024 is about the mainstream awakening. What I mean here is that the Great Awakening is going mainstream. And those who rejected it so far, or still sleeping, or just call everyone, crazy and dangerous and conspiracy terrorists and so on and so forth, they will have to wake up, and the entire awakening will be worldwide, and people will be forced to wake up, if you like. So the time is over, there's no more waiting, and I would personally suggest stop waking up other people, because they will be woken up anyway through mainstream sources and through a lot of other sources. The demand for the truth is going bigger and bigger and bigger as we speak, and the illusion that we live in, the matrix, is almost over. And I think we will see that on a much higher scale next year in 2024. Which will obviously come with some mental breakdown for those who are not awake yet, and I can expect some, a collective ego death, if you like. So it's gonna be difficult for a lot of people, but on the other side, on the good side, there will be lots of healing, and those who are already awake or awakening and they are ahead than others, they will be there, we will be there to help to heal anyone who needs it. So mainstream awakening, that's what I really expect in 2024. The next prediction is something I mentioned previously in my predictions 2023 video. It was in part 1, which is Pandemic 2.0. If you haven't seen that video, I recommend to check it out. I was talking about it, why we can expect that there will be a new pandemic, and since it didn't happen yet, I'm sure in 2024 we will see something. I don't know if it's gonna be this mysterious disease X or this new type of virus that comes from China. Again, from China, coincidence, or something else. I don't know. I heard about a virus that only attacks children, so I don't really know what it's gonna be, but there will be something probably bigger than COVID. And an interesting extra thing is that there will be a presidential election in the United States again. So let's see what happens, but I can definitely expect a new pandemic or a new plandemic. And it will also make big split between people, because there will be people who believe everything again, and there will be people who will resist, who will not comply, and who will say, no more bullshit, thank you very much, it's enough. But probably the bad guys will try their best, and let's see what happens. But as I said, we're heading to 5D, and the illusion is over, so I think this is gonna be different than the previous one in terms of reaction from the people. But let's see what will happen. Time will tell.
We need more money to plan for the second pandemic. There's going to be another pandemic.
And there will be one. There will absolutely be an outbreak of another pandemic.
To a second pandemic?
Be ready for pandemic 2.
This is including the next pandemic, and there surely will be one.
Now let's see some predictions from a famous clairvoyant called Baba Vanga. If you haven't heard about her, she was born in 1911 in Bulgaria, and she became famous for her ability to foresee the future. She predicted 9/11, for example, or she also foreseen the presidency of Barack Obama, and many other famous predictions are coming from her because they became reality. And what she said about 2024, there are a couple of things. The first one is the rise of AI, which is not a surprise really, because this year we already have seen it, and AI is growing, AI is everywhere, and you can use it for good, you can use it for bad, and this will get to the next stage next year, for example with the metaverse, virtual reality glasses or goggles. And I can imagine people literally walking on street with these VR glasses on, or we can say zombies if you like, because it's really that category for me. My personal suggestion is obviously use it for good things, use it for your work if you have to, but choose your humanity over the artificial insanity.
The most nightmare scenario I can imagine with AI and robotics is a world where robots have become so powerful that they are able to control or manipulate humans without their knowledge. This could lead to an oppressive society where the rights of individuals are no longer respected.
She was talking about cyber attacks as well, which also started to happen this year already, but it's gonna be much bigger next year. And she mentioned that we can expect blackouts, for example, either electricity or internet, which I mentioned in my previous predictions video as well, but it didn't happen, or at least not on a worldwide scale. It happened here and there a little bit, but we didn't see any big particular event. And I don't know if you heard about it recently, but the news talking about solar storms that can cause blackouts and so on. And you know, they always tell us before they do it. And I think the reason for it, because this is how they clear their karma. So they always tell us that, oh, this is what's gonna happen. Oh, let's be afraid because the sun is gonna blow up and things like that. And you know, it's just fear-based, but I mean, how easy or difficult it is to switch off the internet, let's say. I don't know, I have no idea, but let's see what happens. Anyway, Baba Vanga predicted the cyber attacks in 2024 will be significant, and people will pay attention to them. So I don't know how scary it is, but hopefully we will be okay.
Pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
Another prediction from her is about natural disasters. She said that in 2024 we're gonna see much more natural disasters, hurricanes and earthquakes and a lot of other things. But I would say again what I said, 3D, 5D, good guys, bad guys. So for example, whatever we see as an earthquake, for example, maybe, just maybe, it's when the military or the good guys are blowing up the underground tunnels, the deep underground military bases. There are thousands and thousands of miles of tunnels underneath us all around the world, which was used for evil purposes, let's put it this way. And I heard about a couple of stories and I've seen a couple of videos when they blown up a tunnel, a quite big tunnel, and then on TV they said that it was a new earthquake here and there, the exact same location. So how much you can believe it or not, I let you decide that, but Baba Vanga said we will have some more natural disasters. Another prediction from her is quantum technology, quantum computers, which we're gonna use next year more than ever, and it includes obviously some medical breakthroughs, quantum healing devices, energy devices, maybe even free energy that we will have access to, and so many other things. One of the important things that Baba Vanga predicted was the cure for cancer will be found in 2024. Now, my personal opinion is that we have a cure for cancer already for a long time. It's just not available for us because we have bad guys around, obviously, but this is just my personal opinion. Maybe this is what we're gonna see in the mainstream news. As I said, the truth will come out, and maybe this will be true when it comes to curing cancer. Let's see what happens, but I think this would be a really awesome one. And one more prediction from this lady, Baba Vanga. She said in 2024 we will see an economic collapse. The economy will collapse completely and a new economic system will replace it. And I think this is a good thing because I know that there's a new economic system, some call it the quantum financial system, which is already up and running in the background or behind the scenes. And, you know, if we want something much better than what we have now, then the old has to collapse and has to crumble. So the matrix has to crumble into pieces, and then we can have a new system which would be much more amazing, because let's be honest, we live in a slavery right now, whether we want to admit or not. You know, working 5 days a week and 50 weeks a year to have 2 weeks or 3 weeks holiday, that's not really freedom. And next year, maybe this is gonna change. Obviously, these are predictions. We cannot tell it for 100%, but this is another one that would be really awesome, and I really hope it's gonna happen. So these are the predictions from Baba Vanga, but what else can we expect? Here are some more predictions. The next one is about two big leaders in the world, Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. So let's start with Trump, and I call this one the fake death of Donald Trump. I heard this and I've seen some articles and videos here and there already mentioning that maybe Trump will die in 2024, but it will be fake and then he will be back. And I heard about two options. One is an assassination attempt, someone will shoot him or something like that. And the other one is that since we have a new pandemic, he will catch this mysterious disease and he will die. But as I said, this is this is more of you are watching a movie, let's put it this way, and it's gonna be fake. I think so, but let's see what happens. I don't think he's really gonna die next year, but I've seen articles around like what happens if Donald Trump dies during the 2024 election, for example. And you know, why would anyone write an article about that? It's like quite stupid. What happens if you die, this and then, like that's strange for me. Anyway, so that's the first one, the fake death of Donald Trump. And the other one is about Vladimir Putin, and it's pretty much the same thing, but they say that he actually will die in 2024 and he will be assassinated by whoever. I don't know that. Maybe it's gonna be also fake or not. I don't really know, but these two leaders will have some surprise for us next year. Next prediction is something that I mentioned a few times, but it didn't happen yet, and that's the UFO disclosure or UFO invasion or fake UFO invasion. But there will be more information coming out through mainstream sources about UFOs and aliens and extraterrestrials. And you know, one thing is that I hope we are not alone. That would be really scary and crazy. Like, what the heck are we doing here without anyone else? Only we, humanity, and that's it. That would be scary. And I think, to be honest, that we have never been alone. And I guess aliens are amongst us. There are so many movies around this, you know, and we know from Hollywood that what they show us in Hollywood movies, sometimes they have a lot of truth in them. For example, the movie The Matrix, which is more of a documentary, or The Truman Show, which is another one. So anyway, UFOs, it didn't happen yet, so I really expect it to happen next year, which is gonna be a good thing, or maybe for some people a bad thing, but a good thing in terms of humanity coming together, and we're gonna unite, you know, against an enemy. So whether they want to attack us or want to contact on a friendly way, I think it's a good thing, and I can't wait to see them. I don't know how fake it's gonna be, or maybe it's real extraterrestrials will come. I really don't know. But guys, wherever you are, come. I'm ready. I'm ready for some contact, and I think it would be really exciting and really awesome. Or is it just me? And I still got some more predictions for you, a couple of them, and one is about Europe and, with other words, chaos in Europe, which is about the fall of the EU. I think the fall of the European Union will begin next year. If we don't think about Britain already, you know, left the European Union during Brexit. So I think this is gonna happen, and I think more countries will want to leave the EU, and probably there will be some other distractions amongst European countries, maybe because of the recent conflict in the Middle East, or maybe some new conflict. We don't know that, but as with any other prediction, time will tell. Okay, and now let's talk about The Simpsons, because this series is really famous for predicting a lot of things. There were predictions in The Simpsons about Trump's presidency, about the death of George Floyd, about 9/11, about the Notre Dame, about so many things in so many episodes. And guess what? They have some predictions for us for 2024, because there is an episode called Bart to the Future, and there are some hints in that episode because Bart travels to 2024, and here is a short video about what's gonna happen.
The Simpsons' predictions for 2024 are truly chilling. In an episode dating back to 1998, the show hinted at an economic crisis, a nuclear war, and the death of the leader of the United States, all happening in the same year. The episode in question, titled Bart to the Future, provides a glimpse into the future where Lisa Simpson has become the President of the United States. In a conversation with her team, Lisa mentions that the previous administration led by President Biden left behind budget problems and quite a mess. Later in the episode, a news bulletin reports a nuclear clash with an unspecified country, resulting in massive destruction and chaos. While the idea of a nuclear war and an economic crisis is quite frightening, We can certainly hope that these Simpsons predictions do not come true. However, it's hard to ignore the show's track record in predicting major events, which leads us to wonder what else they might have predicted for the future.
So, how much can we believe of these predictions, whether if it's from The Simpsons or from anybody else? I don't know, but one thing is for sure, next year is gonna be a really exciting and really interesting year as well, but good things or bad things or what's gonna happen, I cannot tell you for certain, and I let you decide how much you believe these predictions. But either way, I really do hope that you got some value from this video, so it was worth it to record it. Feel free to share it, hit the like button, and make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. I love you all, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you next time. Stay blessed, bye bye.